What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Friday, June 2nd, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. Really helps us out a ton. We will get into the home run prop action that we did hit for Thursday. We'll do a quick recap of those, but just a reminder for everybody, these plays are meant to be very high risk, high reward. Not plays that you dump your whole bankroll into, just meant to be some plays for some side action, just to sprinkle some coffee or some pizza money on. And, watch the profits roll in, get some nice plus money winners, and build up that bankroll a little bit while you got your main action going on. But if you are looking for the games that I do love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, the games that I am the most confident in, you can head on over to pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. We'll get you sorted there. But we'll do a quick recap of the plays that we did hit on Thursday. It was a nice day. Nice, we hit a trio of winners. The main thing for me, though, is that sometimes it's nice to just hit them and see the ball go through the net, but it's especially nice when you get these bigger plus money plays. Like we hit Bo Bichette at plus 550. He went off and didn't waste any time. He got into it early, and it was all curtains from there for the Brewers at that point, as Bichette ended up going yard in that game. Also caught for back-to-back games. Didn't know if it would happen, but it did. Mark Canha at plus 850. And I'll tell you, you parlayed up Canha and Bichette. That was probably a nice two-leg payday. But Canha went yard again, did it, and came through for us. And, I did give out Connor Wong, so I couldn't find a price on him. But if you're able to find a price on Connor Wong and you got one of the Easter eggs that I tend to drop sometimes whenever I can't get a graphic for a player, well, hey, all the power to you. It was a nice cash there as well. But we will get into the plays for Friday's action. Before I do, I just want to remind everybody, I love interacting with you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Do you like the angles that I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angles? Do you have player props, home run props of your own? Like I said, drop them in the comment section below, because sometimes, heck, I even go in there, check, and sometimes I play some of the home run props you guys give out, because some of those have been on absolute fire. So definitely drop those in the comment section. But if you're going to do that, please, I implore everyone, do it before the games actually start. If they're not in there before the games start, they don't really help anybody, and we're trying to beat the books as a team. And none of this thank me later stuff, joking or not. We're not here it's not a competition. We're here to beat the books as a team, one goal, and that goal is to crush the books on Friday, heading into another loaded weekend of action. But we'll start things off with the action for Friday. And the first game we're going to look at is this one between the Pirates and the Cardinals. I'm going to go with Jack Suwinski to hit a home run. Now, I like Jack Flaherty personally, but he's had issues this season. He's still allowing an 8.4% barrel rate on the year on the mound for the Cards. And Suwinski, he's been solid against right-handed pitching, hitting .429 with 4 home runs against righties in the last 7 days. Suwinski also only one of 2 current Pirates with a career home run off of Jack Flaherty. So give me Jack Suwinski at plus 575. Also going to go to the other dugout here. Going to go with Paul Goldschmidt at plus 310. He's hitting .273 with 3 home runs against righties in the last 2 weeks. Now, Ryancy Contreras, a cornerstone arm for the Pirates and a big arm for the Pirates for the future. But he's allowed a home run in 4 straight starts. He's allowed 5 home runs total over that 4-game stretch. Contreras also allowing an 8% barrel rate, while Goldschmidt's second on the Cardinals with a 14.5% barrel rate at the dish. So I'll take Paul Goldschmidt at plus 310. Now, normally I wait a little bit later in the show to do this segue, but this is a perfect time to perfect example of showing you just how great the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place are, and why you guys should check them out. Not only do the betting tools, have parlay builders if you like betting parlays. They've got profitable angles and teams. But they also show you how often these player props hit. They show you the props. They show you how often they hit over a 5-game sample size, 10-game size, all home games, all away games, all games this season, what have you. But the nice thing is that they show you which book is giving you the best possible price. And the reason that's important is that, line shopping is the one advantage that the books cannot take away from you. So they'll show you, the betting tools will show you if you're looking for a specific prop, or any game for that matter, which sportsbook has the best possible price. And then if you don't have an account with that sportsbook, you can click on that price, you sign up, you get a sportsbook bonus offer on us, and you also get to play that price. And like I said, we add to your advantage of getting another book in your back pocket and being able to shop the lines and find yourself the best possible number. this is a prime example of what the benefit is for using the betting tools. You can see that a different book has, the best price for Goldschmidt on, total RBIs, total bases, even the home run prop, but a second book has a better price on his total hits for the over or under. So, it's definitely something that, you want to be able to use. It helps you out a ton. It does the heavy lifting for you. It does all the work. You just got to be able to go over, sign on, and check them out. So this is just a prime example of how well those betting tools will serve you when you use them. But anyways, we'll roll with Paul Goldschmidt at plus 310. Also going to look at the standalone play from this Phillies-Nationals matchup. I'm going to roll with Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run at plus 230. Not loving the price, but again, I'm not going to sneeze at plus money when it comes through, especially at plus 230. What I'm also not a fan of is Schwarber's .074 batting average in the last couple of weeks against right-handed pitching. But he has had success in his career against Josiah Gray, hitting 410 career at-bats with a pair of home runs against Gray. And Gray hasn't allowed a whole lot, but I think if anyone's going to get him here, it's going to be Schwarber. This could be a good launching spot for Schwarber to find himself again, find some form. So give me Kyle Schwarber at plus 230. I also really like Isaac Paredes for the Tampa Bay Rays. I just couldn't find a graphic on him. Hitting a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties. Already has a homer off of Red Sox starter Garrett Whitlock this season. He's allowed 5 home runs Whitlock has in 4 starts, including 3 home runs in his first start against the Red Sox this season. Whitlock's also got a 10.9% barrel rate allowed on the year. So I'll take Isaac Paredes if you can find a price on him. There's your first Easter egg of the day. But we'll get back into the action. And that we do have graphics for, so we can show you guys. And we're going to go with Pete Alonso to hit a home run at plus 390. He's hitting 3 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks, going up against a former teammate in Chris Bassett, who's allowed 5 home runs in his last 2 starts for the Blue Jays. Alonso still leads the Mets in barrel rate at 17.9%, still leads the major leagues in home runs. And Bassett, he's allowing a 9.7% barrel rate on the mound this season. So I'm going to take Pete Alonso at plus 390. Also going to go back to the well here. Why not? I'm going to go with Mark Canha at plus 900. Homered in back-to-back games, hitting 364 in the last 2 weeks against righties. I get why the price is where it is. I would be shocked if he hit a homer in 3 straight, but the value is too good for me to pass on here, just how well he's hitting the ball in the last couple games. So give me Mark Canha at plus 900. Also going to go with Francisco Lindor at plus 460, hitting 3 homers in the last 2 weeks against righties. He also has a career home run off of Chris Bassett. So I'm going to roll with Francisco Lindor at plus 460. Going to switch dugouts here. I'm going to go with a couple of Blue Jays. I'm going to go with George Springer to hit a home run at plus 510. He's hitting 429 with a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties. He's got a decent 9.4% barrel rate this season. Justin Verlander allowed a home run in each of his 2 home starts so far, and in total he's given 3 up at Citi Field this season. Also, he's allowed an 8.6% barrel rate this season, and Springer a career 385 with a home run against Justin Verlander. So give me George Springer at plus 510. Also going to go back to Bo Bichette once again at plus 600. Going back to the hot hand, Bichette came through on Thursday, has 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties with a 346 batting average over that time frame. I'm going to roll with Bo Bichette at plus 600. Also going to look at a few Mariners and Rangers in this Seattle and Texas matchup. It's going to be, I think, a great game. And I'm going to go with Eugenio Suarez at plus 510. Now, Suarez, a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks, but in his career against the Rangers' John Gray, he's hitting .273 with 3 home runs. Now, Gray hasn't given up a whole lot this season, but since joining the Rangers last year, he's allowed a home run in all 4 of his starts against Seattle and 7 home runs total in that 4-game stretch. So I'm going to take Eugenio Suarez for a home run at plus 510. Also going to look at Jared Kelenic for a home run at plus 475. Career 2 for 7 against John Gray with both of his hits going for home runs. So I'm going to take a stab here at Kelenic at plus 475. Also going to go with a pair of Rangers. I'm going to go with Josh Young at plus 600. Hitting 432 with 3 home runs against right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks. Luis Castillo, a pitcher I really like for the Seattle Mariners. Heck, I even got him on my fantasy team. And he's pitched fairly well for the Mariners. But 4 of the 6 home runs he's allowed this season have come on the road. And I think Josh Young could get him here at plus 600. Also going to look at Corey Seager to hit a home run at plus 440. He's been on a tear since returning from the injured list, posting a 19.2% barrel rate in the short sample size he's had this year. So give me Corey Seager at plus 440. Now, before I get into our last few games of home run prop action, so I want to remind everybody, or if you're new to our home run prop video, new to our channel, a metric that I really like using to gauge home run props and using for probability is barrel rate. Barrel rate basically, well, what constitutes a barrel is the perfect combination of launch angle and exit velocity off of the bat, and there's a perfect sweet spot to that perfect combination of launch angle, of exit velocity, to where the more likely you get into that zone, the more likely you are to have a well-hit ball into the outfield and subsequently a home run. And why are barrels important? Well, of balls that were quantified as barrels in 2022, 45% of them went for home runs, and that was the largest percentage of home runs to barrels the smallest percentage of home runs to barrels to home runs that we had seen in pretty much a decade. Normally, we're talking about 50 to 60% of balls that are classified as barrels going for home runs, and that's whenever you're going to give me a 45 to 60% probability edge to a plus money prop that's going off anywhere from plus 200 up to plus 1,000, sometimes more. I'll take that any day of the week. Any advantage that we can have statistically over the books, I will take it. So that's just why I feel that barrel rate is extremely important, not just for hitters and how many barrels they're putting in play, but also for the pitchers and how many barrels they're giving up on the mound as well. So just definitely a metric that I like to take a look at. But we'll get back into the home run prop action for Friday. Got a few more games we want to look at here. Going to look at face we went with yesterday. Didn't come through, but I love this matchup. I'm going to go with Ryan McMahon to hit a home run at plus 390. Like I say, didn't come through on Thursday, but I like the matchup here even more as Jordan Lyles has been arguably the worst pitcher in baseball for the Kansas City Royals this season. He's given up a 12.4% barrel rate on the mound, as well as a league high 16 home runs. Ryan McMahon in the last week against right-handed pitching, hitting .542 with 4 home runs, has a 13.7% barrel rate this year. So I'm going to go with Ryan McMahon at plus 390. Also going to go switch up to this matchup between the Twins and the Guardians. I'm going to go with a pair of Twins here. I'm going to go with Royce Lewis to hit a home run at plus 600. Hitting the ball well for the Twins right now. He gets a favorable matchup against Aaron Savali, who's making his first start for the Guardians in 2 months. I like the value with Royce Lewis. I just like the way he's crushing right now. He's hitting 1 in 3 of his last 5 games. I'm going to go with Royce Lewis at plus 600. Also going to go with Byron Buxton to hit a home run at plus 350. I'm not the biggest fan of Buxton lately against righties. He's hitting just 1 for 18 in his last few at-bats against righties. But he has a career pair of home runs against Aaron Savali. I'm simply fading Savali in this matchup. So give me Byron Buxton at plus 350. Also going to look at a few Tigers and White Sox players here in this Detroit-Chicago matchup. We're going to go with Akil Baddoo to hit a home run at plus 650. Baddoo hitting .355 with 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against righties. Chicago looks to be sending Mike Clevinger to the mound here. It's been flipping back and forth between Clevinger and TBD. But even if it is Clevinger, he's making his return after a 2-week injured stint. I think Baddoo could welcome him back here with a home run, even if it's not Clevinger. I still like Baddoo and the value that we're getting here with him. So give me Akil Baddoo at plus 650. Also give me Zach McKinstry at plus 575. McKinstry hitting .389 with a home run against righties in the last week. I think he could tag Clevinger here. So I'm going to go with Zach McKinstry at plus 575. And for the White Sox, I'm going to switch dugouts here. I'm going to go with Andrew Vaughn to hit a home run at plus 410. He's seeing the ball really well right now. He's got a hit in 6 straight games, multi-hit games in 4 of those with a pair of home runs and a .417 batting average against right-handed pitching as well in the last week. Reese Olson making his major league debut here for the Tigers. He was giving up runs in bunches in AAA. I like the matchup for Vaughn here. So give me Andrew Vaughn at plus 410. And we're going to round things out with a pair of Braves in this matchup against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Going to go with Matt Olson to hit a home run at plus 280. Hitting .282 with 6 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Merrill Kelly starting for the Diamondbacks. He's been far less effective at home this season. I just feel like Olson is a bad matchup for Kelly here. So give me Olson once again for a home run at plus 280. And I'm going to close things out with Austin Riley to hit a home run at plus 575. He's hitting .326 with 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. So I'll take Austin Riley against Merrill Kelly at plus 575. I'll do a quick recap of the home run props that we did give out for Friday's action. We started things off with Jack Suwinski at plus 575. Also went with the same matchup, just switching teams. Went with the Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt at plus 310. Also went with Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies at plus 230. For the Mets, we went with Pete Alonso at plus 390. Mark Canha at plus 900. And Francisco Lindor at plus 460. Switching it up to the Blue Jays, I like George Springer at plus 510. I like Bo Bichette at plus 600. For the Mariners against the Texas Rangers, I like Eugenio Suarez at plus 510. Also like Jared Kelenic at plus 475. I like for the Rangers, Josh Young against Luis Castillo and the Mariners at plus 600. Also going to roll with Corey Seager at plus 440. For the Colorado Rockies, going to roll with Ryan McMahon at plus 390. For the Minnesota Twins, Royce Lewis at plus 600. For the Twins as well, Byron Buxton at plus 350. Roll with Akil Baddoo of the Detroit Tigers at plus 650 against the White Sox. Zach McKinstry of the Tigers against the White Sox at plus 575. For the White Sox, Andrew Vaughn at plus 410. And for the Braves, we're going to roll with Matt Olson at plus 280. And Austin Riley at plus 575. Now, I want to thank everyone so much for watching. You know what? Why not? Let's just throw this out there. If you made it this far, for sticking with me, I'll give you guys a little bit of a 3-leg parlay I'm looking at. Round robin these as well. If you don't know how to round robin, we've done a couple tutorials on them, so make sure you go back and check those out. Basically, it's going to be a 3-leg parlay, and then if you don't have the option to round robin it with your book, just break down each combination and play each combination of 2. But I'll roll with Jack Suwinski of the Pirates, roll with Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies, and Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves for a 3-leg parlay. But there you have it. That was your free home run prop show for Friday, June 2nd. Just a reminder, again, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We're at 130,000 subscribers plus. Couldn't have done it without your guys' love and support, so make sure that you keep hitting that thumbs up for us to let us know that you guys like this content, you like what we're doing. And like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the content drops here at Pickdawgz. Sometimes it does come out a little bit later, but at least if you have the notifications turned on, you get the notice as soon as the video drops, and we get you those home run prop winners so that you guys can get those and make some money. And also, if you're looking for my best bet, speaking of making money, head on over to pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. You can get the bets that I am the most confident in for the day's action. And I implore everyone, while you're at Pickdawgz, while you're at Sports Chat Place, please check out these betting tools. They are 100% free. They will do the heavy lifting for you. You're not going to find betting tools like this anywhere out there. This extensive, this in-depth, and they are a great tool to have on your belt when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Let's crush the books on Friday and make some money heading into a loaded weekend.